Hey guys, what's up? Scotch Duck here once again. Right, okay. This is probably not going to be like a proper review slash thoughts on like I normally do. It's just going to be a video of me rambling. How many videos do I fucking start with this? Okay, look guys, look, right. I just really wanted to make this video because I really fucking love this game, okay? It's fucking terrific, and I've been saying that for like nearly 10 years at this point, since the original came out on the Wii. And yeah, I picked up Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, and surprisingly, I have like a shitload to say that I want to gush about. So, behold, right? Let's get fucking started. Yeah, right. Should we start with a history lesson? Why not? Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles, Wii game, came out in 2010 in Japan. 2KGs to come out in the West, okay? Operation Rainfall, remember that shit? Last story, Pandora's Tower. Good times. Europe got it, yes. In 2011 at some point, with a full dub that was all British as fuck. It was brilliant. Next year, America's finally like, oh for fuck's sake, fine. And then America gets it. And it becomes this big cult hit. A lot of shit happens over time, including a time when I always mess this up, GameStop, not GameSpot, GameStop, gets new copies of Xenoblade in, purposely opens them and sells them new for like $100 because the game was just like that high in demand in America. It was insane. And yeah, fast forward a bit further, Shulk is in Smash Brothers and suddenly the whole world cares about Xenoblade. It was good time to be a fan of this game. But yeah, genuinely, one of my favorite Wii games is this RPG from Monolith Soft. Brilliant game. And when this new version got announced, it was only like a few months ago there that they were just like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. And I think most of us were expecting like a port of Xenoblade Chronicles X, you know, from the Wii U, because you know Wii U ports get discussed quite a lot when it comes to talking about Switch games, and that one just seemed like sort of inevitable, especially after Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out, which I didn't like as much. I feel like that could be a whole other video, me ragging on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but whatever, we're staying positive with this one. And but no, they didn't do that. They just did a remake slash remaster of the first game. And my first reaction to it was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll play that. Because I didn't like I said, I didn't really care for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so I think like my enthusiasm for the series was dwindled a bit here. I really liked X, you know, some people are a bit mixed on Xenoblade Chronicles X. I thought it was really good for what it was, right? I would absolutely love a port of that to the Switch. But probably like the icing on the cake for this remaster was the future connected epilogue scenario thing, which takes place after the game. It stars Shulk and Melia, pretty much the two best characters in the game, in my opinion. You know, I've always loved Melia, and yeah, I thought, oh, okay, that's interesting. And I haven't even played like the main game. I played it for like a few hours just to like see how it would run and stuff. But I mainly just, you had the option to go right on to the future connected storyline. So I did that. Oh my god, guys, this was so fucking good. It was like falling in love with Xenoblade all over again. Playing this fucking future connected scenario. I loved every minute of it. It's only like about 10, 15, I think I put like close to 20 hours into it because I wanted to do like all the side stuff and all that. But my god, it really just rekindled my love for this franchise, right? I mean, like I said earlier, it stars Shulk and Melia. I think Melia's always been like a big favorite character in this game from fans and whatnot. That's why they've decided, alright, we'll focus the story around her, because this is very much her story, okay? Shulk's kind of just there for the ride, okay? Because, you know, it's Shulk, you gotta have Shulk. Yeah, it just I'll not talk about any specifics, but it just sort of picks up where the game left off, ties up some loose ends or some questions that you might have had regarding Melia's race and what happened to that race during the events of Xenoblade Chronicles. Very tragic, and yeah, she just like her and Shulk, right, they both come off as very, how should I put this? You can tell they've been through, like, a big adventure already, and they've been instilled with all, like, the life lessons and morals that they learn from that adventure, and they're just, like, super in tune with one another. It was just, like, I feel like this must have been what it was like for people who was playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake, who just loved the characters of Final Fantasy VII so much that they just liked to see them, like, talk, you know? They just like to see them interact with each other. That's really what it was like for me, and, like, not every character I love is here, you know? There's no... Again, it's just Shulk and Melia, and, but their conversations are just, like... I love them, you know? I love them so much, and, on top of that, you have two other characters, two Nopon, Nene and Kino, and I didn't know this actually, but they are both children of Ricky, the Nopon character from the main game. And, you know, Ricky was always like a really cool character. I thought he had some really good moments. The Nopon have been very hit and miss throughout this series, actually. Because, I mean, you had fucking Ricky, who was great, in my opinion. Then you had, like, Tatsu, I think his name was, from Xenoblade Chronicles X, who just existed for one joke, and they told the joke, like, 5 times. Tatsu looks like food, and I'm gonna eat him. That was literally the entire point of his character. It was insane. Then in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you had Tora, who was alright, despite his little fucking dress-up fetish thing. Yeah, but yeah, it's been really, like, hit and miss with the Nopon, in my opinion. But Ricky's kids here, Nene and Kino, holy fucking crap, man. I loved these kids. They were so endearing, they were so, like, adorable, and just, like, the interactions between Shulk and Melia, when these two characters were talking, and they talk in that sort of, like, Nopon speech pattern that they've sort of made up, in this universe, you know, they're always going like meh and stuff, you know. I never find it annoying. I just really, really dug these two characters, you know. And they basically play just like Ryan and Charla from the main game, you know. Nene is just like Ryan, you know. She's like the tank. She's supposed to like absorb all the hits, whereas Kino is like Charla. He's the healer, you know. And they have the exact same moves, you know. It's just like they really just took the gameplay style of Charla and Ryan and put two Nopon over them, and that was it. Which is fine, you know. And yeah, those are the only 4 party members you have throughout the game. And like I said, it's about a 10-15 hour thing. The area is about the size as an average area in the main game, okay? But I would say there's quite a few more like side quests and all that, things to see, because obviously it's being treated as its own thing. Most of the monsters are kind of the same as the main game, if I'm remembering correctly. And again, you obviously do all the other RPG malarkey. You'll level up, you'll buy items, you'll get like ether crystals to equip to your items, you'll level up your arts, etc, etc. It really was just like more Xenoblade, but a really good like extension of Xenoblade. I think the reason why I love this so much, guys, is that I really was not expecting much, okay? Again, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Sorry, I really did not like that game, so I almost kind of like wasn't that fussed about, you know, new content from the series, I guess. Like, I thought to myself, oh, maybe it's different writers or something, I don't know. But this, to me, was clearly the same folk that did the original game, okay? I just loved hearing all the characters talk and interact, and it just it left me wanting more, quite frankly. You know, it was, yeah. And I also love that the voice actors came back. You know, Adam Howden and Jenna Coleman. Fuck, I really hope I get that right. But yeah, Adam Howden, he's been the voice of Shulk from, again, 10 years ago. He came back for Smash Brothers, and I was following him on Twitter when he had that, like, phase where he was, like, replying to everybody with, "I'm really feeling it." You know, he really leaned into that meme, which was fine, you know, and I'm glad that he's been active with the Xenoblade franchise. You know, he came back to do voice work for X and 2, and obviously he came back for Future Connected, so, and Smash Brothers as well, obviously. So that's great. And but specifically Jenna Coleman, fuck. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure I have this name fucking right. Voice of Melia. Yeah, Jenna Coleman, right? It's funny that I say that. I'm struggling to remember that because the thing about Jenna Coleman in the 10-year span between Xenoblade Chronicles coming out for the Wii and this definitive edition, she's apparently become like really high profile as an actress. You know, she's been in like Doctor Who, she's been in like Marvel films and a bunch of other like things here and there. So it's actually quite crazy that she agreed to come back to voice Melia again, and you know, she sounds exactly the same and it's awesome. Makes me wonder if she's ever actually played or even acknowledged Xenoblade. I did a little bit of Googling into that, didn't find like too much, you know. Adam Howden, who voices Shulk, you know, he definitely acknowledges Xenoblade constantly on his Twitter, etc. But Jenna Coleman, not so much, which is a bit lame to think, but she puts on a good show, so whatever, you know. And yeah, guys, I just was there anything else I wanted to talk about? I just wanted to gush, you know. It was a hell of a time, and I enjoyed it so much. I don't know if I'm gonna go back and do like the main game again, right? Because I've already beaten Xenoblade Chronicles like 3 times or something, I want to say, in my life, you know. I will say though, actually, one of the main characters from the main game, or not a main character, but a character associated with Melia from the main game, shows up in Future Connected. I'll not say who it is, but I will be honest, I had to like double check who it was. You know, I had to Google it and be like, wait, who's this character? Oh, it's her. Okay, right. And she didn't really have like a big role. And I found out that in the main game, she actually had this big long side quest that was fully voiced and everything. I'm like, how the fuck did I miss that? So, yeah, maybe I will play through the main game again and check that out. I don't know. But, yeah, guys, holy shit. Super happy that I picked this up. Super happy that they went to the effort to like make it and all that. I guess my only negative, and a lot of people have like sort of pointed this out, it is the overall image quality, and I hate to be the sort of person who moans about that, but it really does look a bit blocky and blurry, doesn't it? Like, especially in handheld mode. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 looked really bad in handheld mode, and apparently this is an improvement, but it still looks like, you know? So, it is still, without a doubt, the best way to play the game. It's the highest resolution available for Xenoblade Chronicles, without a doubt. It's just a little disappointing. It'd be nice if they could have improved that somewhat. But whatever. Yeah, I think that's all from me. I got my gush out. That felt good. And yeah, go out and play this game. It's really good. See you after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.